Hey y'all, it's Farmer Meemaw, and today is Resurrection Sunday. I hope you all are having a really good day. Let me know in the comments below, how are you celebrating today? There are bugs everywhere, y'all. We have had a ton of rain, and I think we're supposed to get more rain in a little bit, but right now we've got some amazing sunshine. So I'm out here enjoying it, getting some vitamin D. But what I want to talk to you about today is setting up our week for success. And when it comes to eating right, it is really important and really helpful that we have a menu plan. We plan ahead, we make some things ahead of time if we need to, so that we're setting ourselves up for success. I am really bad about setting myself up for failure, and so it's time to change that, because like I said, this is a journey unlike any other I've been on before. Now, I want to talk to you about what kinds of things to put on your menu this week if you're wanting to be set up for success as far as getting back to a healthier lifestyle. What I want to focus on this week is an anti-inflammatory focused diet, and that means the kinds of things that are going to cause inflammation I want you to try to avoid or minimize. And as I talked about to you yesterday, sugars and grains and things like that are the first things you need to go. Any kind of chemical-based product like diet sodas or regular sodas, get rid of those. Have some more natural options. If you do kombucha, I know there's sugar in kombucha, but if you ferment it long enough, the benefits outweigh the problems, I guess. Try to include as much fermented foods as you can within reason. I'm going to be having yogurt in place of my mayonnaise, because my mayonnaise, even though it is sugar-free, it is processed. There's just no way around it. And so I'm going to be replacing that with yogurt. But I'm also going to be minimizing the amount of beef and maybe pork that I eat this week, because they are more inflammatory. And so, and it really, I shouldn't say that. Grain-fed beef, which is what most of us have access to, it has, bugs are flying in my face. It has, because it's grain-fed, the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is off, and it's not as good for you, and that can result in inflammation. Now, my thing right now is that my gut needs to heal. It needs to have a break, and so I'm going to be eating more fish and chicken to give my body that break that it needs just from foods that are harder to digest. And if I eat any beef, I may try this week, I may try some beef liver. I still have that beef liver in my freezer that I have not cooked yet. So anyway, I may give that a try. Some other things that I'm going to be doing this week, I'm going to make my Better Than Oatmeal. I'll put the link to that video below, and it's basically using coconut milk, the full-fat coconut milk that you get in a can, and mixing in some things like nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, stuff like that are really good for you into that. And I may even try, y'all, I've heard that beans can be anti-inflammatory, but you have to soak them. And I also heard that they're good for like that time when your hormones are changing, if you're a woman that may be a little older. And so I may look at making a pot of beans while we have ham, because, you know, today we are having ham for Easter. And so I may use some of the leftovers and make a pot of beans. We'll see, but I have to soak my beans first. And I will put a link to some information below on why you should soak beans. So anyway, that's what I want you to do today. Actually, get that journal out and write down a menu plan for this week. And I'm going to be actually having, and if you look, do the best you can with what you have, and it doesn't have to be expensive. If you can afford fresh salmon and fresh tuna, get frozen, get canned. I'm using canned tuna, y'all. I do have some frozen salmon from a while back in my freezer that I need to use up. And so I'm going to be using those mostly probably for my lunches. My goodness, there's a lot of traffic right now. Can y'all hear that? You can see it if you can't hear it. But I'm going to be reducing, like I said, the amount of processed foods and meats. Pepperoni, which is one of my go-tos, things like that. Bacon. I'm not going to be having bacon this week. I'm really going to try to focus on reducing inflammation, and that includes processed meats, hot dogs, sausage, bacon, ham, smoked meats, things like that, even beef jerky. So, anyway, and then for my suppers, I will probably be having mostly fish or chicken, but I'm going to have probably more fish at lunchtime as well, because I don't think, anyone wants fish in my house unless it's been fried, except for Edison, my 17-year-old that has lost 93 pounds. I mean, he's rocking it, y'all. But anyway, that's what I want you to focus on today, is getting a menu, using as much anti-inflammatory, or cooking as much anti-inflammatory foods as you can. Avoid anything that's like vegetable oils, corn oils, things like that. Don't use those. Butter is better than margarine. Stay away from margarine, and use as many whole foods as possible. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'm going to write a blog eventually here in the next day or two that's going to include my official menu plan once I get it concise with everything I'm going to have each day. And so look for that at quitefranklyjen.com, and then I'll be posting links in this video down below as soon as I get that up. I love you guys. Have a great Resurrection Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.